and we're out of money that we didn't plan to spend, just for you to walk away with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hey guys, welcome to the Mrs. Bradley Experience. I'm sitting in the parking lot chilling. I just got some Chick-fil-A. Let me show y'all. Chick-fil-A down there. Buffalo Wild Wings right there. And I was going to drive and eat, but I was like, why? So, got Lowe's behind me. Got Walmart back there. I want to sit and enjoy my meal for today. I gotta create a video and post a video of this lady just pulled up right in front of me. People are so weird to sit and eat. I just realized she was sitting right in front of me. Yesterday, someone decided that they were going to bust out everybody's window at the top of my block just because, I don't know. I don't know what they were looking for, but it's very disheartening. But one of the 3 cars was my son's Beamer that he worked hard for to buy for himself. And I'm just like, and he went off. He was really upset, as he should be. I got a veggie wrap and large fry in the Sunjoy with unsweetened lemonade and sweetened lemonade. Just tell them no cheese if you're vegan. Some of the places that give you a hard time, the one I go to, don't give me a hard time. Sometimes I go to another one, they give me a hard time. Most of the time I just get a large fry. Today I was going to get a large fry I usually get a large fry and a lemonade, but once in a while I get a veggie wrap. So, back to my son. They decided that they was going to break out everybody's car window. I have the video of this idiot taking a dive into my son's car and did all that damage and walked away with absolutely nothing at 6 in the morning at the break of dawn. And I've been going back and forth with myself, like, should I post a video? Because our other neighbor, who surveillances our entire block, has this person's face clear as day on the video. And while I know everyone isn't the same, it's pretty disturbing to me how people go out their way to damage stuff that other people work so hard for. I would just never understand that. I do understand people have hard times. People go through hard times. And I don't want to assume what's going on with this person. I don't know if they have enough financial hardship. I don't know if it's addiction. I don't know what the deal is. So instead of posting the video with their face clear, I just decided today, because this happened yesterday, and I woke up today and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to blast this person's face all over social media. I'm just going to pray for them, because there could be something going on with them. Because it was pure desperation. And the sad part is, we're out of hundreds of dollars that could have been over $1,000. The other two vehicle owners are out of money. One was a Mercedes-Benz. The other one was a newer Kia electric car. And we're out of money that we didn't plan to spend. Just for you to walk away with nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, what the hell? My phone just died. Not died, overheated. In the middle of me talking, and now something is wrong with the lid on here. I just took a sip and it poured all over my clothes. All over my clothes. I have on black. You can't really see it. I need to redo my braids. I gotta go on Docile Beauty. So now I got pulp all over me. Excuse me, this is fun. Pulp all over me. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I'm just going to pray for them. Because that's just crazy. And that's all I can do. I just don't understand what possesses you to go riding on the bike 6 in the morning and decide you're going to start breaking windows in the broad daylight where your face is clear. Maybe I'll just post a picture of him diving into the car. Head first. Because, like, if someone come out of your house and you're dove head first into the car, you can totally defend yourself that way, yeah. I'm almost done my lunch. Trying to debate whether I should go in Walmart. This is my Walmart that I normally go to. And I have 3 supermarkets that I normally go to. I wasn't sure if my son wanted me to ride with him. On CVS. I go to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Sprouts. Whole Foods for meats and milk. I prefer the 365 milk from Whole Foods, the oat milk over all the other oat milks. And the meat is way fresher there. Like your chicken, ground beef, ground meat. We don't eat beef. I don't eat no meat. I'm vegan. But my husband, I get his chicken and stuff from there. Excuse me. His lunch meat. But this is one of the weeks where we need laundry detergent and dishwashing liquid and bleach and something that I said I wasn't going to forget, but now I can't remember. I don't know why I keep trying to rely on this 48-year-old perimenopausal brain. Okay guys, so I just got the Walmart. Finished my food. About to throw it in the trash at Walmart. Put some gloss on, and I'm about to go run my errands in Walmart, but I can't use this iPhone because it done died twice with me just sitting talking. So I'm gonna go into Walmart and start my runs. I have about 6 places to go. And then my husband added on a place. But right now, I am fighting myself so bad from going over to Lowe's Garden Center. I'm talking about like really internally fighting myself. It's been pretty chilly. And days it was hot here in Philly. I didn't feel like going in my garden. But my husband been out in my garden trying to get it together because I didn't even plant my potatoes yet, and I usually do that like March, but he really liked my potatoes last year. But let me go before this stupid phone decides to die again. Not die, overheat, as I'm soaked in pulp. I got a Sunjoy. And I get unsweetened tea and sweetened tea because the sweetened tea be too sweet, and for my age, it just too much. So on my way into Walmart, I'm going to utilize their trash can, and that's what I love to do whenever I go to these little places. I like to throw all my shit that's been sitting in my car that needs trash, because you know, us old school people, we don't just throw trash on the ground. I love to keep my receipts, and I might run in Michael's as well. This little place that have everything. I wish they had a Whole Foods, so I wouldn't have to drive all the way to my Whole Foods that I go to and Jenkintown on the Fairway. That way I could hit Whole Foods and then Sprouts. I don't think I'm doing Trader Joe's today because that Chick-fil-A just made me sleepy. So let me get my behind out. Get a wipe. Oh, I pushed it down. Being crazy. Get a wipe my hands off, and get this party started. I do need tires for another vehicle that we own. I'm not going to do that today because I just don't feel like it, but I might hit up Michael's. I need a 12 by 16 frame for a print I have. Carlos Macy. I think that's the name of the artist. I have a print in the house of his work. And then let me find something to do with this big bag, because I got a feeling today I'm going to get a phone call and I actually need to work. Pray that I don't see any scoop items that I like, because you have to go through the women's section when you first enter here. You pass through the women's section, and I'm trying not to buy anything today, but pray for me. Okay guys, it's one something. I am just getting out of Walmart. Getting some essentials. Now I have to run back near my house to get my husband slice of cheesecake, and I think they close at 3, which is not within my schedule, but because I have to go back that way, I'm going to go to Sprouts and do my things that I need to do at Sprouts. And Walmart, I haven't been there in so long since all the diversity stuff been going on. Today was probably the first day I went back. But, you know, I got to get my essentials for the house. And it's more reasonable there. Believe it or not, $1 or $2 makes a huge difference. So I got, like, my big things to get me through, you know, a couple months. Big tie. I also got my baby something. The paper fell off. I got my baby a ball for the backyard. Even though he's so stingy, he's not going to bring it to me for me to throw it to him. And I gotta make sure I get my stuff for the dishes. A big super thing of trash bags, like all of the super big mumbo jumbo things that you need to run your household. A big thing of Tide, all of the big stuff where I don't have to be back here next week or the week after that. I like to buy bulk stuff, or now that our children are much older and one doesn't live there anymore and the other one is saying that he won't be living there for too much longer, I like to make sure that my kids and my husband and me get the stuff that we need. Now I know people say stop using Tide, all of that. I take care of my clothes that I own, so I don't have to replace them. And they last long, and I only replace them if I can't fit them or they wear out. So I try to buy things in large quantities. Now when my husband goes to the store, he buys the smallest thing, and then next week he back at the store. I don't do things like that. Even though it's me, my husband, and my youngest, who's a grown man, newly grown, not, 22. I still buy 20 packs of toilet paper, because if you have a husband, the older they get. And I buy my paper towel in bulk. I think I have enough paper towel for the week, and honestly I just didn't feel like dragging that, but I just put a 20 pack of paper towel probably 2.5 weeks ago, and I need to get another 20 pack of paper towel soon. But I buy everything in bulk, even my monthly personal things I buy in bulk. And I got my baby a bed, and I got this container from my organization. I'm gonna have to get reimbursed because I didn't have my organization's card on me, so I'm gonna have to get reimbursed. But I put that so I could put our vendor table stuff in there, and then I can drop it off to what is currently our headquarters. Yeah, so that's that. I could drop it off and clean out my house from that stuff. And I bought another container a couple weeks ago that it's chilly outside, but I had to put the air on because it keeps getting so hot inside my car. But it's chilly outside, so I don't know how this is gonna work. But yeah, so I like that, and I like to keep the smaller containers from my husband going to the store to refill them with the larger containers. So the thing I didn't get that I just realized is my soap refill. I didn't get that. That's it. Now, my fur baby, Gary, the Gearster, Butt, that's what his nickname is, because I'm a black dog mom, and we nickname our pets just like we nickname our kids. So, Gary's name is Butt or Gearster. If he acting up, it's Gearster. If he being precarious, it's Gearster. If he being sweet and loving, that's my baby, is Butt. Okay, so Butt has ripped up every bed he ever had. This said that it was $13.94. I didn't even see. See, I put the container on a separate receipt so I can request for my reimbursement, provided I don't lose it, because I normally lose it. That tie was $25. Jesus. Yep, the pet bed was only $19. Let me see that. Pet bed $13. So it did ring up $13. So now we have a bed, because what keeps happening is Gearster keeps laying on my sheets and stuff that I have on the floor to put in the wash machine. And normally they're not on the floor, but I don't know. I've been doing laundry and trying to get my kitchen together and trying to get my dining room together for months, because I feel like my house is so cluttered and I gotta stop collecting stuff from my house. It's getting outrageous. But he's been wanting to lay on stuff soft, but he doesn't, you know, Gary is like a really good dog. He doesn't tear up the trash, knock on wood. He's 4 years old now. He doesn't tear up the trash. He doesn't go through the trash. He doesn't knock down the trash can. He doesn't jump up and eat your food. He doesn't bite your shoes up. Like, he is the most laid back, easygoing baby. Fur baby. So only thing he do is destroy his toys. I used to do videos to see how long he gonna take to destroy his toys. He does destroy his toys for sure, and he could just be too clingy sometimes with a family that is not clingy. Sometimes I feel bad. I feel like Gary needs to be with a family where he can jump up on the sofa and cuddle, because he is totally that dog, and we are not that type of family. We are not that type of family. So what he does is lay up under me, anywhere I am, he's under me. So as long as he can be close to me, my baby is fine. He's fine. But he loves to be like, if you pet him, his eyes start rolling. But I can't pet him like that no more, because my asthma has gotten significantly worse since Gary has come into my life. So I have to be careful with petting him, because I will have an asthma attack for sure. But I'm not going to get rid of my baby. So it is what it is. Will and have had asthma attacks, and now have to have my nebulizer, because my attacks get really bad sometimes. So that I have a nebulizer. So whatever. Finally got my nebulizer. I was supposed to get it 2-3 years ago. So now we're going to Sprouts. We're going to make our run to Sprouts. Then we're going to get back to the house, unload, and then go to Whole Foods. Depending on how I feel when I get home, makes the difference between if I go to Whole Foods or not. Because I might just go to Whole Foods tomorrow morning. I just left Sprouts. I'm on my way home, which I live about 5 minutes away, literally. With traffic, probably like 7 minutes. So the cheesecake place is on my way, where I have to stop and get cheesecake for my husband. A slice of cheesecake for my husband. I hope she open, because she's like never open. And then I'm going to go home. I don't have much where I need to drop off. Even though it's a little chilly outside, I do have the air on. Because with the windows up, I keep getting a little hot. But only thing I have that needs to be refrigerated is the yogurt. So when I pick up the cheesecake, I'm just going to keep going and go to Whole Foods so I can knock out the meats. And I don't have to go back over there tomorrow. It is 2 o'clock. The kids are getting out of school now. It's going to be a nightmare. I probably won't find parking. Pray for me. It's already backed up. Look at this. Something happened. So I'm on my way to the cheesecake lady. Oh, maybe he's talking about the cheesecake lady. Oh, so it's not even this one. Okay. That's why he asked me if I'm going anywhere today, knowing that I was going to go to the market, because I had to wipe my hands off, because that's what I do. I got some vegan oatmeal raisin cookies from Sprouts. They are so good, and I think they just started putting soy in here, so I'm not really supposed to be eating them. It doesn't say. Anyway, I love them. My husband loves them. They are so good. But I just realized he doesn't even want me to go to this one that I was saying. He wants me to go to the Cheesecake Lady on Township Line Road in Elkins Park. That's why he asked me if I'm going anywhere, and he didn't want me going out my way. This car almost made me drop all my cookies. It all makes sense now. I'm just gonna go straight. That's why he said the Cheesecake Lady. I should have stopped at my Dunkin' Donuts that I like and got me some iced coffee, but I think I spent enough money today on eating out. I took my son out yesterday. Speaking of my son, I need to call him and see how he made out. Well, I'll never email him the information. Okay, my husband already sent it. I get so absent-minded sometimes. So, I passed the other cheesecake place when I was realizing I never sent the email to my son for his appointment to get his window repaired today. And now, I'm going to the Cheesecake Lady on Township Line Road, because I believe that's where my husband wanted me to go. And he knows I go to Montgomery County to shop for our food. Oh, it all makes sense now. I'm gonna stop there and then go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's to get my husband some fruit because he likes to make us fresh juices. We eat packaged stuff, but not a lot of packaged stuff. If that makes sense. Like, I got this somewhere. It's been sitting in my car. It's purified water, which is basically what comes out of our refrigerator, right? Oh, I gotta tell him before he goes get. I'll be right back. I gotta remind my husband to pick up a filter for the refrigerator because we'll both forget again. Okay, hopefully I don't have to remember something else. Oh my gosh, when I be driving, my brain just be like, you forgot to do this, you forgot to do that. Like, what is the worst time? And then you can't even like write stuff down because you're driving. Anyway, I just told my husband, don't forget to get a filter for the refrigerator. Oh, the gas station right here, so I might as well just pull over and get gas really quick. Fill up for the week. Didn't do too much driving this week, so that's a good thing. But gas station is on my way to the Cheesecake Lady. So, and it's full. Oh, please tell me he's not pulling in right there. Okay. So, time to fill up. This is all my errands that I do. I used to do it weekly. Now I do it every couple of weeks. Every 2 weeks, actually. But this is my routine. It could be every Saturday morning, every Friday. When I worked at 9 to 5, it was Saturday or Sundays. Usually Saturday. I don't like to leave the house at all on Sunday. At all. I don't. That is my day. I get to sit and do nothing. And by nothing, I mean laptop in my lap with some type of show on. I'm addicted to YouTube right now. But I don't like to leave the house. I like to wash clothes and work from home. Let me put my gas. I should have just paused, y'all, because, like, why do I have to stop? Pray for me I don't have a heart attack. Pray for me with the gas, because my gas been like $85 for this little car, this little SUV, this little Nissan SUV. My gas been $85, up from $55. So, and I stopped listening to the news about the gas prices, because last time I listened to it was last week, and the gas had went up 9 cents in 24 hours. 9 cents in 24 hours, and it was already 4.40 something. I remember going through this a few years ago, but my needle almost say full, so let's see. Alright guys, they didn't give me a receipt, so now I gotta go in and get a receipt, which means I gotta turn my car off. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I had to go in and get a receipt, and something was just like buy scratch offs. It's not something I do often. Something was like buy Mega Million, so I did. Then something was like buy scratch offs, so I did scratch offs and my Mega Million ticket. So now we're gonna go to the Cheesecake Lady and keep it moving. Off to the races. My gas was only $54.40. So I don't know what's going on, because my gas tank has an issue. I have a 2007 Nissan. My gas tank has an issue. My gas gauge, like something is wrong with it. But I can tell from pushing my gas thing how much is in there. And my car goes like this clicking noise when it needs gas. But it was only $50 there. So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because I paid $85 and then $80 somewhere else. So now I'm trying to think, like, did somebody get me? Did somebody get me at the other gas stations? Now, normally I come to this one. This is my gas station that I come to for years, but I was going to a different gas station for a long time, and this would be like my emergency gas station. I think I'm going to start coming to this one again, because first of all, the clicking sound is gone. That's how I know. But my gas gauge is off. It's off, it's off, it's off. So it drops in levels. I need like my whole thing taken out and get a filter or a pump or whatever replaced. And for the value of the car, to spend that much money for that type of work may not be beneficial. And I am the type that will drop a dime on a good running car. Right now I have 165,000 miles on this car, so I'm not even sure if it's worth putting that type of money in the car. This person is just going to drive like 5 miles an hour. I'm not even sure if it's worth putting that kind of money in the car at this point. So we shall see. So I'm going to go and get some meats and some fruits and go back home, and then panic because I don't have nowhere to put this stuff. Oh my gosh. That's the one thing I can't stand about going grocery shopping. It's like, where is all this stuff going? Where is all this stuff going? But it's been dreary all day, looking like it's going to rain. And when it's like this, look at that. When the sky is like this, I just think about like people that live in the state of Washington and Alaska and all that, and I know this is their norm because that's how they grew up, where it's just dreary. But how do they tolerate, like, well, I guess if it's your norm, humans are very resilient, and we easily adjust. I think they say after like 5 days or something, you adjust or something like that. But it's just so dreary. So Off to the Cheesecake Lady. See, it just said 229 miles. Now it dropped down to 197. My gas gauge be all over the place, but I can hear, girl, you need gas. And the thing will drop, but how did I go from 229 to 197 in like a mile? And now I'm like 193. Like, get your life. This person do not need to be driving. I promise you, this person is a scared driver driving a Porsche. I'm not going to, but it's not going to be good for her or anybody else. Thank God I have to pull over because Lord have mercy. Wait, the Cheesecake Lady is not here anymore. She's not there anymore. Let me call my husband. Because she closed. Okay, so it turns out that the Cheesecake Lady moved. She is not on Township Line Avenue anymore. And my husband just frustrated me because I call him like, listen, your Cheesecake Lady
in 1,000 feet, turn right onto Old York Road
on Township Line. Does she move? Then I FaceTime him and I show him the picture of the empty store
at the light, turn right onto Old York Road
next to the ice cream parlor where she used to be. So I'm sitting there and he was like, wait, let me see if she moved. And then he says to me, you're not on West Ave, are you? I'm going to recap the conversation. Hey, I'm on Township Line Road. The Cheesecake Lady is not here anymore. Is this the one you were talking about? Yes. Okay. Because at first I thought she was talking about the lady that was on across the street from blank blank school. It used to be called Wilson's. They changed the name. He said, no, I wasn't talking about her. So he said, oh, is at 725 West Avenue. They moved. Are you on West Avenue? Need I mind you, I'm sitting with him on FaceTime asking him if they moved and if this is who he was talking about, because I know he loves this Cheesecake Lady, and he asked me if I was on West Avenue. Something about that frustrates me because I'm a very, very, very big communicator, and I started out saying I'm sitting on Township Line Road and then FaceTimed him, and then while I'm on FaceTime I said hold on, and I'm showing him the empty store zoomed in, and he says, are you on West, are you happen to be on West Ave? First of all, I'm asking you, one, if this is who you were talking about, because I believe this is who you were talking about on Township Line Road. Two, I'm FaceTiming you for you to answer. Three, I'm zooming in on the store where you can clearly see I'm on Township Line Road. And then you find out that they move and you see the address, and the first thing you ask me is, am I on West Ave? Give me a second. Okay guys, I got his goods. So it came to, I'll cover my card, $38. Y'all see that? $38.16. And he asked me to give him lemon. That's the lemon. Y'all can't see none of this. Let me see. Lemon. There we go. And strawberry crunch. So that's the lemon. Here goes the strawberry crunch. Now, keep in mind, these are his because I am vegan. Again, I can't eat this stuff. I would love to eat it. It looks delicious, but I can't eat it. My husband is 50 years old, and he should not be eating this shit either. But he doesn't eat it every day, so we let him have his fun. And this is on the way to Whole Foods, so it was even more perfect because it's on the way to where I'm already going. I used to go to therapy over here, which is funny as hell. My therapist's office used to be right up the street, and he died. Dr. Montanero. Right here was my therapist's office. Wow. So let's get back on the move to Whole Foods. So we secured the package. Now we really can't be in Whole Foods for too long because we got the special delivery. We have this special delivery for the Mr. of the house. He won't eat it all in one night, so he might eat one tonight and then might eat another one on Sunday or something like that. We're on our way to Whole Foods. I'm trying to think if I should do Trader Joe's first or Whole Foods first. So I'm just going through until I get to a light because I'm not trying to be at a stop sign trying to cross over Old York Road this time of day on a Friday. I love looking at the houses back here though. Look at these. They're so pretty, you can't really see them. Not that one in particular, but the houses around here are so gorgeous. I love driving around here. I looked into moving around here years ago, but the taxes, I was like, no. And even as a licensed real estate agent, no. Because the way my brain works is, if I hit the lottery tomorrow, or you know, if my finances is in a different tax bracket tomorrow where I can pay off my mortgage, I still have to pay those taxes for the rest of my life, and they susceptible to go up. I can't be paying 8 grand, 11 grand a year in taxes. You might as well, excuse me, you be working just to pay your taxes. I can't do it. As a simple average Joe, can't do it. Don't want to do it. Won't do it. And I desperately wanted to move over here, but them taxes hit different. I'm talking about staying in Philly in the area that you like for $2,500. I think it was $2,200 or $2,300 a year. Are you a few blocks away from the suburbs versus moving in the suburbs and pay $8,000 or more in the area that you always in, shop in since you were like 8 years old with your mom and then with yourself, since as far as you can remember, with your family. Yeah, no, I'll stay in Philly and pay the lower taxes and stay near the border. Always have. I lived in Alany, basically at 2nd and Nedro, 5 minutes away from Shellingham Avenue. We cross over Shellingham, you in Montgomery County. And I'm always in Jenkintown, Elkins Park, Abington, Willow Grove. It's all Abington Township. I'm always in those areas. I've been shopping in these areas as far as I can remember. So no, I'll live in Philly 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4, 5, 6 blocks away from the county line, where I can literally walk to the county line, and I'll shop in the county suburbs. Philly is weird. Even though we are county, we call everywhere else a county. So I would rather just stay in the metropolitan city of Philadelphia, and then live in Philly and travel to and do what I normally do in Montgomery County, but I'm always right at Montgomery County. That's my spot. I love Montgomery County. I used to always be in a store that we dare not name anymore. I do everything over here. I used to do everything over here or in Northeast. So I'm just used to it. So I'm going to go to Trader Joe's first, which is up the street. Once I hit Trader Joe's, I'm going to come down and go to Whole Foods and go home, because we got to get this cheesecake home. Okay. Okay, we in Trader Joe's parking lot. We got to find the parking. It's not looking... That's why I like to leave the house early in the morning. Get my stuff done and be home by 11. Because the later you wait... Oh, here we go. Here go parking. Here go Trader Joe's. Can't see nothing. I need no parking over there in the front. So we're just gonna park next to the cart return and pray that they don't tear my car up. But that's the beauty of driving the older car. I really don't care. I really don't care. You already got dents and stuff up in there. Can you explain to me? We're done at Trader Joe's, but can you explain to me why people park like this? This has been happening to me all day. Why do people park like that? You're on an angle, I'm straight, and then when I back up, we gotta do hygiene and wipe our hands off, because we just came out the store, touching up everything everybody's been touching. I came a long way from wiping everything down when I get home. I still want to do that. But here we are. Alright. So now let me get the box down. We got our Trader Joe's stuff, who actually give you bags. They've been giving out paper bags forever. Okay. This is my favorite Trader Joe's, but this is my most frequently visited Trader Joe's. My favorite, look at this. They're like literally right there, making it impossible for me to turn so I can go around. Come on, Meemaw. I don't know why people do that. Anyway, so my last stop is Whole Foods, which is down the hill. And this fine wine and good spirits is awesome. But my absolute favorite Trader Joe's is downtown on Arch Street. But who driving down there? Who driving down there? Huh. That is my favorite. And if you're hungry while you shopping at Trader Joe's, guys, they make the best wraps that be super fresh. That's how packed down my car is. pack down, okay? Pack down. So I'm going to cut through the back way instead of going all your road down to the fairway and then making the left. I'm going to cut through the back way. This is not going to survive this way. And cut around Ross and go over to Whole Foods. Ross is still standing. Ross is that girl. They have a honey grow over here on the fairway if you guys have not frequented the fairway for a while. There is a honey grow. Because no, I wasn't driving. Why would you not dart out in front of me? I was not driving at all. So we're going to go around the back and cut down the back and make our way over to Whole Foods. Just going through the parking lots. But it's a honey grow right there now. My favorite honey grow is City Avenue. And the boulevard is my second favorite, all the way up the boulevard near Top Golf. But my favorite is City Avenue. I love their service. I love everything over there. So if you didn't know, guys, you can go from Trader Joe's to Whole Foods riding through the parking lot. So now we're at Whole Foods parking lot. Well, the other side of the parking lot. See, you got Chico's. Used to be a Froyo over here. So my phone checked on me, but we're at Whole Foods. So now we're about to go in and get meats. So keep count. Walmart, because we had to restock on household items. Sprouts. Trader Joe's for fruits. So my husband can make his fresh fruit juices that we drink. Excuse me. Whole Food for meats. His meats and frozen burgers and all that. I buy organic. And my 365 oat milk, which the whole house, well, me and the man drink, but the kid refuses to convert from whole milk, even though he was raised on 2% milk. Anyway, so this is what we looking like so far. Again, can't fit nothing in the back seat except for that container. We fit a couple things in the back seat because that is where our order from Sprouts went, is all in the back seat. Our stuff from Walmart is here in the front seat on the floor. And then our Trader Joe's stuff is here. And we got the precious cheesecake. So we have all our stuff. This is our last stop. And we stopped and got gas. So this is the inside to my run around for my house. Yes, it might make sense to go to one store, but Whole Foods fruits are way more expensive, and I just spent, I think, $55 or $65 for a bunch of fruit from up the street. Whole Foods have a lot of non-seeded fruits. Who wants to eat seeded fruits? And Whole Foods have fresher meat, poultry. And they have the frozen turkey burgers and the regular grass-fed burgers for baby boy. So I probably come out spending $80 to $100 just on meats in here. But again, it's going to last us for 2 weeks or more. We literally ran out of food this week. Literally ran out of food. Where I made my husband sausages and pancakes Wednesday night for dinner. Literally ran out of food this week. I always have food, but when it comes to preparing meats with the starches and the veggies, ran out of food. So I'm going to go in here. I think I'm going to get a can of salmon. It's been so, like, when did a can of salmon become like $8? So I think I'm going to get a can of salmon. so I can make salmon cakes. But where is this person backing up to? But yeah, and then the guy was returning the cart because somebody left it laying on their car, and I was like, hey, can I get it? So now I'm just going to use my wipe and wipe off the cart and get the going. So here we go in Whole Foods, and my battery on my phone checked, so now I'm about to leave my car semi on and leave my phone hooked up so my phone can charge, because I need my phone. All right, bye. Okay guys, I just came out of Whole Foods. Whole Foods order is there and behind me on the flow. You can't see it, but back there on the floor. My bill for Whole Foods for primarily meats and a few veggies for myself came to $171, which includes a big pack of meat. I usually get a small pack, but again, my 22-year-old is home. He finished college. He graduated a couple weeks ago, so I have to make sure I have enough food for him so he can eat, because he prefers to eat at home than to order out. And it includes 20, so that was 25. I actually think the best way to do this is to take my card out that I use for vending when I'm vending for my organization. I used to use it when I was vending for our Beard Care company that is not in existence right now. But I think the best way to go about it is to take that card out, load up the cart to the door, and then unload the door instead of me carrying everything from the car to the door. Pray for me. There's a lot of crap, and it's not time for my husband to be home. And if it was time for him to be home, he go to the barbershop today, so he gonna be home late, and I still gotta walk the dog. I still gotta walk my fur baby today. See, when it get like this, sometimes I just take out what needs to go in the refrigerator and just leave everything else here for my son or my husband. Usually my husband, because my son usually isn't here. Again, he just graduated from college, and when he is here, that kid be on the move, so it's like he's not here. But I gotta unload this whole cow full of my trip today. Pray for my